best work.
And we're back.
Huzzah!
So,
Guess who's back?
as all of you finish your various things, it's beginning to get towards later in the afternoon, beginning towards evening. You eventually find your way back together and regroup. What do you want to do next?
I mean, I don't know, because I'm guessing now is almost like a
Well,
like we kind of have free time while Zael sets up the experiment.
I still can try and talk to the council if they want to lend us a hand.
I mean, technically they're already kind of doing a favor for us. Is that really a good idea?
Yeah, well, that's why I haven't jumped on it, but it might also be a sign of us taking things seriously, depending on how you want to look at things.
Do you want to go ahead and elaborate on that?
Well, if they're seeing that we are actively actually, planning ahead to some degree, or or maybe not necessarily planning ahead, but at least we're trying to think about what we're getting into, instead of just us being like, oh sure, we can do it. We'll just go and take care of things. We slow a dragon. What could possibly be hard? It's a different attitude. But that's... I wouldn't push them for it. Although, what do you guys think? Should we try and get the artifact that improves our mentals?
I mean, if she said that they've already gone to a great deal of trouble to get it in the first place, and we're already using an artifact within the vault and facilities within the vault.
Well, we're using stuff that they would have used anyways. Plus, it's not like we need to keep the artifact.
Well, yeah, no, but they're still gonna be thinking, what if you lose it?
Yeah. Well, that's gonna be a risk even if it's in the vault. Or why create an artifact, put it in the vault, just for it to be locked away forever?
But
Or
I mean, the whole point of having a vault like that, because
or get stolen.
we
perhaps.
also have, is to just stop it from being misused. That's why you put any powerful magical artifact in a vault. That's why we put one in there.
Yes, but this one is not evil. We even asked about it.
I mean, you can try. I just don't think you'll be successful.
I don't deem the odds in our favor. I don't know what the others think. The others remain silent.
I'm thinking. I mean,
even though Arya, for example, is naturally resistant to their control as an elf, didn't quite seem to stop them. So we might need that little extra. We can get it.
I mean, I say that there's no harm in us asking, because really the worst they're going to do is tell us no.
Yeah, I mean, it's worth a shot, I guess.
There is one thing that will do different. We'll see if they can do it in some kind of semi-official capacity to please the dean. Although I'm not sure if we can do it in an official capacity within that short time.
Probably not.
I mean, considering what they've said, maybe not, but just kind of like shrug.
Man. Well, if we're gonna do it, I should probably not be on my own.
Well, I had some business with the government that I think I could take care of if a number of you are going to do that.
Wait, do you do you mean as in join us, or as in you have your own thing to do?
Yeah, I have my own thing that I can take
Okay.
care of.
And well, if nobody is interested in joining me, I'll just do my best, I guess. And I will start heading towards the front desk of the academy.
Okay. So Grim and who is accompanying him?
You know what? I'll go with. I don't really have anything else like specific to do at this time. So I'll go with.
I want to learn more about Trifurian again.
You know what? Also, it's in my defense, it was because I was looking for the artifacts, and I didn't know where the shit half of them were.
Oh no,
I had one that was really cursed.
No, it was not meant in a bad way.
No, I know.
And that research expedition did turn out really well.
Yeah.
Yeah, it did.
You basically found out the location of both of the artifacts actually.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Grimmy, you wander off, and you're asking at the front desk if you can make an arrangement with the dean.
Well, I was gonna ask how long it would normally take.
Okay.
Yeah,
you arrive at the front desk. The nomination is there, and you sort of say about making an appointment with the dean, and she sort of says, "Oh, well, I don't know exactly how long that will take, but ordinary sort of waiting times for something like that is anywhere from a couple of weeks, unless it's really important."
Well, we have pretty much till. Well, I guess we have. I guess we don't really have weeks. We have like maybe 3 days tops.
Well, if we want to go quickly, we'd have 3 days, but
I guess if we were I feel like we were already kind of pushing it. Although I guess we saved some time with this teleportation circle.
yeah, because didn't we have basically we set ourselves a time limit of about 3 weeks?
Oh yeah, we did.
We did all of this within 2 or 3 days of deciding that time limit.
4 days, to be exact.
Yeah.
The end of this day will be the end of the 4th day.
So we're really ahead of schedule in that sense. So if we could maybe convince them to do a week from now, it wouldn't be the worst wait time. But
I guess people could. I guess it wouldn't hurt us getting a little bit more time to navigate the books. A little bit of a weird way of putting it, but doing some more research.
Yeah. Well, and also Zael's experiment is gonna. It's not just oh, we can do it tomorrow. It's gonna take a couple days to set that up, right? Or did I misunderstand that?
No, he said he was ready to go tomorrow if you got permission.
Oh. Okay.
Which we did.
I may have misunderstood.
So yeah, that just gives us time to make other preparations.
Also, the only problem I have is that we've pushed him so hard, and we're like, oh no, we can wait a week. Feels a little bit like a big move. Well, you know, how about this? Would you be able to send, or at least tell me how I would like send them a message instead of arranging a meeting, and then we'll let them decide.
I
they're
can take a
willing.
message for you and make sure it gets to the right place.
Within the day,
Sort of like,
or like tomorrow, or like by tomorrow morning, perhaps.
She sort of says, I expect the dean is probably already retired by now, so tomorrow morning.
Okay. Then, well, I guess that's what we'll do.
Okay.
I guess we'll leave.
Well, do you want to type out your message, and in the meantime,
Yes.
I'll handle.
That might be a better idea instead of.
Like dictating it.
Yeah, you write it down on a piece of paper. In the meantime, Lithari, you take a walk across Agiad. It's been quite a while since you've been here, so strolling through the Moon District it's quite beautiful, with sort of like the evening sun coming down behind the outer ring, glancing off the lake. You head into the market district, past like a bunch of market stalls that are closing down, past the big silver tree in the middle that is the fragment of Yggdrasil.
Mm-hmm.
And into the government district where a bunch of...
Actually, before that, though, I might stop by the Imperial District.
Okay.
You mentioned that I had a contact there.
You do.
Yeah, who are they?
Illyria Winterstown is somebody from your military days. Not so much a military contact, but she was basically an acting official for the Storm Guard, basically.
Okay.
And yeah, the two of you got along like respectably well and stayed in contact after you left.
Okay. Yeah, I would definitely want to pay them a visit.
Okay. So yeah, you head to the last known address of Illyria Winterstown, and basically as you arrive, it's a fairly high class 2-story home. You knock on the door, and the bright face of a young elf opens the door, looks you up and down, and says, "Can I help you?"
Oh, why? Hello there. Are your trying to think about what kind of grandma Lithari is.
Oh my god.
He's definitely young enough for parents to be the appropriate comment.
I think she would say, "Are your parents home?"
He sort of leans over his shoulder and goes, "Mom?" And coming down from upstairs in a sort of an evening gown sort of attire is Illyria. She sort of approaches the door, sees you, looks pleasantly surprised, and sort of says to the boy, "Run along and go inside." Looks up at you and sort of says, Well. It's certainly been a long time."
In a manner of speaking, yes. Long enough to settle down. She
She
kind of raises an eyebrow.
Yeah, she sort of like looks back behind her where the boys run off and smiles and sort of says, "Yeah, I did my time, met a nice young man, and well, I suppose the rest is history."
Sounds like she went to prison.
Yes, well, I suppose I could frame my life since the last time we met in a similar way, though my young man is much younger and more of a uh, student.
She nods and sort of says, "Yes, I'm not sure that any of us back in the day sort of foresaw being anything more than in charge, but sometimes life catches you in unexpected ways."
Oh, well, I'm very much still in charge.
She smiles. "Where are my manners? This is not a conversation for a doorway." She invites you inside.
Yeah, I enter.
Yeah, she takes you to a small sitting room and sort of says, "So, what brings you to my neck of the woods? Last I heard,
like
you were secreted away on some mountaintop."
Yes, well, things change. I met this very nice group of youngsters who fancy themselves a mercenary troop. I had some business that needed some mercenaries. And we've been good friends ever since.
Still not able to resist the call of adventure, then?
Lithari laughs and says, "Well, I think it's been it's a different perspective than I had before, but I would hesitate to say that it's been dulled at all. Yes."
Yeah, she sort of indicates your garb and sort of says, "Well, you may be short of the plate, but that doesn't surprise me to hear."
Oh, yes, it's I have exactly everything that I need.
So is this a social visit, or?
Partially, but it has been a long time since I've been at the capital, and I am not here entirely on personal business. Well, it's personal business, but I suppose you never ran into anyone from the Hylis family.
As in Administrator Hylis?
Yes, though I'm not exactly sure what the connection is yet.
Well, I know the family. They live here in the Imperial District. I can't say I know them on a personal level, but we've been to engagements together. Administrator Hylis is, he's very hard-working. Why? What exactly did you want to know?
Well, you don't have any. You wouldn't have any reason to suspect he would be involved in anything illicit, then.
She sort of looks a little shocked and says, "The administrator? No. He's as straight-laced a man as I ever knew."
Yes, well, it seems that some members of his family, maybe distant, maybe not, are involved in some sort of smuggling operation. I don't know too much about it yet, but
She
that's why I'm here.
she looks like still like genuinely shocked and says, "The administrator. That's
Again, maybe not. He may have nothing to do with it, but the name Hylis has come up.
I'm gonna roll a history check for her." Okay. So she sort of like pauses and like thinks for a moment and sort of says, I know there's a side of his history that I think he doesn't talk about all that much.
But beyond that, I wouldn't expect you to know much. But I figured I'd ask.
No, I'm sorry, I don't really know all that much about it. I know, and I don't hold much stock in rumours. You know how people like to tattle, particularly among the upper classes. Something to do with some member of his family marrying into, well, this was back before they turned, but supposedly part of his family had a connection to the Lolth family.
The plot thickens.
Wait, hold on. The what family?
The Lolth family.
The Drow.
Yes, as in the family that turned traitor when Sahanin sort of ousted them.
And that I would know that. Yeah, I would know the Drow connection to the Underdark too. Fuck.
Yes,
Okay.
which lines up with what Llewellyn found about
Yeah.
merchants selling things in the Underdark.
Yeah, and the fact that the first time we ran into it led us to the Underdark.
Correct.
Well, that is illuminating. But anyway, I don't mean to trouble our first visit in many years with such talk.
She sort of chuckles to herself and says, well, you always were one to cut straight to the point.
That may be the case. But regardless, I wish I may be in town for a number of days. So I do have preparations to attend to tonight, but we should organize another visit if you have room in your schedule.
She sort of like breaks into a much broader smile and says, I would love that, honestly. Sometimes I miss the old days.
You and I both.
It's nice to have, and she sort of like gestures around here, home to feel safe in, but there's times that I miss the old days of camping out in the barracks or being holed up in tents.
Yes, I miss the big thing that I miss is I miss all of the campfires
And the songs.
Yes.
Those were good days. Stressful ones, but good.
Mm-hmm.
But I'd love to fit you into my schedule somewhere. Perhaps I can even dress for the occasion. She sort of like indicates her rather dressed down state.
Well, I'm certain that whatever you wore would certainly be addressing me. But I wouldn't expect anything less.
Perhaps we can go out for a meal.
That would be lovely.
Then I'm eagerly awaiting it.
Mhm. Yes, and yeah, I'll leave you to the rest of your evening. Say hello to the little one for me.
I
I'm
will.
Sure I'll be able to introduce myself properly.
I'm sure he'd appreciate hearing some of the stories, though perhaps with a little
Yes,
amendments.
I'll spare the details. But it was nice to see you again.
Lovely to see you as well. She sort of like stands up, like offers you a hand to pull you up, and then
Yeah,
takes you to the door.
Yeah, Lithari gives a slight bow before she leaves.
She offers you like a half salute back.
I think Lithari laughs and returns the gesture.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, and with that you return to your companions.
Elizabeth wants to read books.
Well, she's in the right place, I guess.
Specifically, books on necromancy, given she's going to have to be working with that in the near future.
Okay, yeah, you can do
And
some
it's probably the school of
preparatory
magic.
research.
Yeah, it's probably the school of magic that... I imagine it was like the school of magic that she managed to get... She probably got the least number of resources on.
Yes.
Either through a combination of it just being harder to find and potential parental disapproval.
Yeah. Well, you go into the library to do some research, and everybody just sort of looks at you with until you name drop Professor Zael, and then they're like, fine.
Oh, they don't like me.
Yeah.
Well, you went in and asked for the one restricted topic, and they don't know who you are, so...
Oh, yeah, of course. And I'm blue.
And I'm blue.
I mean, I'm sure
That
that has
would be that
more
bad.
of the... No.
No.
It's less blue and more not elf.
Yeah,
Also, like, not a student.
Yes.
yeah. Yeah, mention it's like I'm helping Professor Zael with his upcoming
Yeah.
experiment.
Does anybody else want to do anything before you turn in?
Lithari briefly considers breaking and entering into that dude's
Oh my
house.
God.
Decides against
God.
it.
Okay,
Oh, the only thing is, I realized that we should probably make sure that we actually mentioned about the assistants. Wow, why is her name so hard?
Lady of Falkir.
Yes, that's it. We should mention that. Yeah, about the.
Oh, in our message?
No, not in our message. Because we hadn't actually gone and told her that we got the assistance from the.
Oh, I assumed that
From the.
we
What?
passed... Wait, what?
No, because the lady from the what's it called again? The department. Wow, I am.
Oh,
shit at
Abjuration.
her.
the Abjuration
Oh,
Department, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. So you catch up with Lady Falkir and tell her, and she sort of nods and says, I was wondering why Professor Loran was making more sarcastic comments than usual before our meeting.
Wow.
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 If it helps, at least she had some useful thing or insights.
I have no doubt she is resourceful and very well versed. She has some, well, let's call them disagreements.
That was fairly clear from her statements. There is one minor thing. we did leave because she mentioned a magical artifact that might be of use to us. However, we didn't really get our hopes up about obtaining it. We sent a message to the dean, or like a written one. Wouldn't want to bother the dean at home as well now. That wouldn't end well, I assume. I don't know if there's anything we should be aware of that you might know in regards to, well, requesting such a thing.
Well, all I can say is it'll likely be a lengthy wait.
Yeah. Well, in that case, I'll just assume that we won't hear back from them.
What exactly did you ask him for?
We didn't get an exact name. However, apparently, this artifact was created by the Academy itself, and it would fortify one's mental defenses.
Created by the Academy?
Well, at least that's how I understood it. Like,
Not
I was
sure
wondering
I'm aware
why
of such a thing, but
it, like, from the sounds of it, it wasn't dangerous, which was why I was a little surprised. It wasn't dangerous beyond, like, somebody bad, like, using it to defend themselves. But yeah. But
wait,
they
is
yes?
she referring to the Ioun Stone?
Might very well be.
That would fit the description. It wasn't created by the Academy. It was, well, it technically is on loan.
Oh. Yeah, that complicates things.
I will be truthful with you. I don't think the Dean is likely to loan that to you, at least not without some serious convincing.
Oh, well, I did offer to, leave another artifact behind potentially, but I didn't get my hopes up too high, so I think if we hear something from him, we'll hear it, and if we don't, then the answer is clear.
If
But
I
thank you for
if I see him again, I will ask him to consider it, but I don't hold out much hope.
Well, I feel like we've been well, I wouldn't like to say abusing your reputation, but we have been throwing it around a little bit too much, I feel, at this point. Because, like, I don't think without you we would have been able to. Well, without you we wouldn't barely have been able to access this academy at all, I guess. But I wouldn't want you to put yourself in an awkward position.
She smiles and says, "I appreciate the thought. I'm sure he won't mind me at least just raising it. The problem with the Ioun Stone is that it's essentially the creation of well, I guess you'd call them a lesser saint. We don't even really truly understand its construction, which is part of the reason why it's on loan to us, is that we might try and further understand it."
Yes. Yeah, and I doubt that we'll be able to further its understanding by much. But, well,
there is perhaps some warrant for field testing, but I think it's still too early to say.
I guess we'll see what the dean thinks, and in any case, thanks for bringing it up to the dean. Or yeah.
Okay. So I guess in that case, the last thing to do is to secure somewhere that you guys want to rest, because presumably you want to rest.
Yes. I was going to say, where are we resting?
No rest. We just stay up all night.
That sounds like a great
Well-
idea. I'm going to stay up all night reading necromancy
We
books.
could
don't
go
do
back to the lower district into the less, well, what would you call it?
Reputable.
Yeah.
Do you mean the place where you got where someone tried to recruit V to a less than reputable business, and the time
It was a
nearly got-
perfectly reputable business.
No, it wasn't.
Well,
And the time
you know.
we had to we dragged you away from. Yeah.
Well, I like how you say we because you weren't there. But no, no. I think now we can afford something a little more comfortable. A place where you don't have to keep an eye on your belongings, perhaps.
Yeah, you can find a slightly more upmarket place to stay. I think you stayed last time somewhere in the Imperial District. In more upmarket place.
I mean, is there places to stay in the Moon District? Because we're basically only here for the Moon District.
Not especially. It's like in the Moon District, it's mostly like student accommodation.
Yeah, fair enough
Oh.
then.
We'll just stop by our friend the Exarch now.
God.
No.
You can certainly try.
So we know your son. No.
We know your children.
Okay. No, we'll just
No.
we'll just get whatever we can. It's
Yeah.
slightly nicer than last time.
Yeah. You can get there's places in the Imperial District for approximately 5 silver per night per person.
Nice.
Well, that better be nice.
It is. Rather than the usual bunks that you're used to, it is a I guess it's a queen size bed, like the almost double bed but not quite.
Ooh,
Ah.
nice.
Yeah, it's very sort of upmarket. Like food and stuff is on the more lavish side.
Guess it helps we're in elven territory.
What are their other facilities?
What are you looking for?
No, I don't know actually. I just wanted to say that for some reason.
Okay.
I just assumed you wanted
Like, you know
another
the way-
bath. You always want a bath.
You can have a bath. They do bath.
Nice. But no, I was just the same way you look at a hotel and you go, does it have like a swimming pool? I'm just being silly.
It probably has a swimming pool. But yes, you rest for the night. Expend your 5 silver per person.
I'll just deduct it from the party funds.
And yeah, you return to the Academy.
To do experiments.
And yeah, you are met by Zael, who seems to have been up even earlier than the rest of you, making preparations. And yeah, he greets you in the lobby and sort of says, "Ah, my research team. How are you all feeling this morning?"
I hope you've not been here too long, Professor.
Couldn't sleep all that much. I've been here for about 2 hours. It's like 6 o'clock in the morning.
Well,
Yes, I should-
I guess we better get everything set to go then.
Yeah, he
Or
sort of
maybe-
nods and says, "Well, I've prepared some things already. The everything's warmed up. It's just a case of whenever you're all ready."
I mean, I'm as ready as I'm gonna get.
Well, probably
Probably.
breakfast.
I assume you ate breakfast at the hotel.
Yeah,
but-
why would,
Oh,
we,
well,
not,
it's
why would
'cause-
we not wake up, eat breakfast, and then go to the...
Oh,
breakfast.
no, for some
Straight
reason
to the
I
Academy.
thought he was
No.
waiting for us at the at where we were staying.
Oh no, you're at the Academy.
Oh, okay.
Why
In
would
that
he come
case.
to us? Also, how would he magically know where we were?
Well, like we might have told him or something. Who the
Anyway.
knows?
Yeah, anyway. But yeah, I mean, I'm pretty ready.
First, really quick question, because I realized I should, because we had to sleep, I should redo my spells. Do we know that, or know what sorts of, like, what type of creatures are in the Shadowfell? Like, I know that, like, we've been there before. I don't remember if they were, like, of a specific type, or if they just tended to be, like, different sorts of things.
Primarily it was undead.
Okay. So I have a plan, sort of, that might help.
Yeah, the primary denizens you met were undead, Shadarkai, which are sort of elves.
Shadow elves.
Yes. And well, you met a tree.
No, we didn't. No, there was no murderous hangman's tree.
Oh, that
was a
tree was
beautiful
bad.
tree.
That tree was rough.
I did not like the tree.
That tree was rough because, like, literally all of you pretty much failed your saving throws against its
Yeah.
like charm effect.
Yeah. The spores
It
or
just
whatever
did what
they
it was supposed to do very well.
were.
Yeah, I mean, you know what? It sure did.
Yep.
And it
Yeah,
was
and then we turned
pretty
it into a
rough.
squirrel.
You did turn it into a
Oh.
squirrel.
Nice work,
That
V.
tree was a lot.
Yeah.
I'm still
Yeah.
exceedingly surprised that that thing did not have immunity to polymorph, but there we go.
Yep. But yeah, who doesn't? But yeah, you know, the good old Shadarkai for when drow aren't quite edgy enough.
But yeah. So, you all presumably have suited up into your armor and gear.
Yeah.
I'm
I guess-
wearing the exact same clothes I was wearing the previous day.
Same.
Ew.
Amazing.
So, you are led down into the same vault that Elizabeth went into previously. And basically, the laid out in front of you is, as you enter, there is a... The majority of the room is a large stone room with like a raised platform around the outside. A small gulf separating the edge of this concrete, or not quite concrete, like shaped stone platform. It dips down with a set of stairs, and then up to a more centralized metal platform, on which this arch is established with the crystal hanging just underneath the center of the arch. You look up to like a reinforced glass panel above your heads, where after a few moments, Professor Zael appears, waves down. He performs a couple of gestures and, using thaumaturgy, shouts down to you through the muffling of the glass, and says, well, Elizabeth, whenever you're ready, you can fire it up.
I guess I'd give a thumbs up.
Okay.
And I'd turn to my companions first and say, "Are we ready?"
I guess as
Or
ready as we'll
not.
ever be.
Are we all in the
Experiment
area?
room.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a sealed chamber, and you'll need to be inside because the doors will be closed
All right.
Yeah.
I thought
when the
so.
experiment is in progress.
Yeah, and I imagine Elizabeth
I
right
guess-
smack bang in the center of the room.
Elizabeth, do you want to? I don't know if anything physical will come through, but do you want a bit of extra protection in case that is what happens?
I suppose. Well, I suppose that it couldn't hurt to have a bit more. And nice reminder, I will cast Mage Armor on myself.
Okay.
Okay. I could use a spell that I've never actually used before, so that's fun.
Oh.
Oh, snap.
Oh fuck! Wait, hold on. I just realized there's a component that it consumes, so maybe I can't even do this.
Oh, F.
Mm,
What does it consume?
Your
I'm gonna click the
soul.
spell really quickly
No.
because I think it'll list the.
Well, that's okay,
actually-
guys, because I've now got 157 HP. So
Hell yeah.
fucking-
Oh,
You know
that's
who still doesn't
including
have
you,
over
Lauren.
100 HP?
Does that list
Me.
the requirement? Yeah. Unless I could have reasonably gained holy water or powdered silver and iron worth at least 100 gold.
Well,
Also, if that's worth it, but.
Didn't we still have like some spare holy water? Because remember from our
Oh,
adventure.
from before. Well, it has to be worth at least.
yeah,
100
do we have to? Do we
gold.
have 100 golds worth?
Probably not.
I don't
I
think
see what
so.
your plan was, though.
Yeah, I was like, because at the very least, that gives us a space to like, if shit goes real bad for some reason, you can dip in there really quickly.
Yeah.
But also Elizabeth, while doing whatever it is she needs to do to attune the fork, and or
Yeah.
whatever else she may need to do to continue assisting on her side with the whole experiment. That seems like a decent thing.
Yeah. I will say, if you want to get 100 gold's worth of spell components, the university can comp you that if you pay them.
Oh,
Yeah,
like if we just. Do we think that's worth it? I guess I will pose that to the
Well,
group, because
is there any reason not to?
No.
I don't see a reason not to, because by my understanding, if I do this and I designate, hey, at least undead can't go into this area, that's probably like a decent protection.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? Let's do it. We can afford it, I guess.
Yeah. A little bit of abjuration magic, a little bit of extra abjuration magic never hurt anyone.
I'll just subtract 100 from the party funds.
I was like,
Okay.
if not, I can take it out of mine even.
In fact, I might be
Well,
opposite.
I feel like this is a party effort, so
Okay.
Okay.
Like,
So
Yeah.
At this point, Grim, you might as well just start paying us out of the party fund.
Do we think that this whole experiment will
yeah.
take more than an hour? Is my
No.
next question.
Probably not.
Oh my
Damn.
god.
nice.
You okay?
yeah, just dropped a metal rod. It's fine.
I can't
Oh,
believe you
As,
dropped-
yeah.
as one
Yeah.
I
does.
can't believe you dropped the tuning fork.
Well, it's fine. I got it out of a machine like 2 days ago. It's fine.
Okay.
It's not a spellcasting component that he needs.
Great.
Uh,
So sorry, not
I-
more than an hour.
I have just had the
probably.
terrible mental image though of like I've got it out of the machine, as in like you literally like recovered it from your PC.
Wow.
Don't need that. Throws it over shoulder.
I'll explain it later. Otherwise,
Yeah. Anyway,
So you sort of like you begin to set up this prep, and Zael sort of like shouts down to you like, if you're gonna set up something like that, you might want to do it a ways back. I don't know how much energy this thing is going to produce.
yeah,
Uh,
that give. Yeah, probably a good idea.
Okay. Yeah. Then I mean, in that
Yeah.
case, then I will go
Like
to.
I said,
a bit of
I'll
located-
always be able to dip into it. It's fine.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Like it's the idea of setting up. It doesn't necessarily have to be like around Elizabeth this second.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
But a
So
place to set
how
up.
how far away from the arch do you want to cast it?
How big is this room? Sorry if you have.
That is a good question. This room is
Here, I'll make it easier for you. I want it to be within one turn of movement for somebody, unless Zael and or Elizabeth thinks that's still way too close.
okay.
and-
So
30 feet away.
from the center of the platform to the doors at the back of the room that you've entered through is about 80 feet.
So if you cast it so that, how wide is it?
It's 10 feet.
So
Which
if
is
you
not-
cast it,
10-foot
Cool.
radius. So
okay, so yeah, so if you cast it 40 feet back, the edge of the circle will be 30 feet away from Elizabeth, which is one turn of movement,
yeah, I just want you like as long as
and potentially just a teleport away.
also true. Yeah. So if Elizabeth can get into it from where she is now with one turn of movement and like get just into the edge of the circle, then that's fine.
I mean, yeah, by
again,
that logic,
unless
you can even
Zael
cast it
still
like
thinks
60
that's too
feet
close.
back.
although we should be a little careful about assumptions about magic because we are gonna bend the rules of the universe
Planes
a little
and
bit.
stuff. Yeah.
So yeah, we're going to be bending planar rules, but that doesn't mean like all magic's going to shut down.
No, I'm not saying it's going to shut down, but it might not be as predictable.
Yeah. Also, like, of all the things that I'd be wary of, I guess Kelariis wouldn't think of this, but like that I would be wary of is teleportation. Like anything having to do
Yeah.
with teleportation.
Are
Yeah.
we in a vault that suppresses that specific kind
Oh
of
yeah,
shit?
we are, aren't we?
Probably.
So,
No, it
Yeah,
won't
but
let us-
that's
if it's-
only inside to out or outside to in.
Okay.
Yeah, so if you go
Okay.
inside to inside, it's fine.
Yes.
But
Right.
like, there's still the possibility of when you use it that you somehow go from the Shadowfell to the Shadowfell, and it's like, oh, that's not the same Shadowfell that we were in.
Shit.
Well, that's fine because I've got a fork attuned to the material plane.
Anyways,
But that
unless
would
Zael
still
still
be
thinks, unless Zael still thinks that's too close, I would like to set it up like so the edge of the circle is
Yeah.
that far away.
You sort of you move 40 feet back, like look at him, shrug. He looks at you, shrugs.
All right, sounds good to me. I'm gonna lock a 10-foot radius circle and
Okay.
put down that. I'm assuming that's how I would think at least the it's expended is like you actually draw the circle out with
Yeah,
it.
yeah. You draw a magic circle.
For a minute.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's a minute of walking around and
Uh,
casting a spell.
Meanwhile, Elizabeth, you are performing the setup for this experiment. Do you want to roll me an Arcana check with advantage for all the research you did?
Right.
Where are the rest of you standing
In the magic circle.
in the magic circle?
In the magic school, Les.
God damn it.
I guess you might as well stand. I'll stand on the opposite side of the circle, but like,
Okay.
like on the side of like close to the wall. Kind of so we like. I would suggest you kind of surround the center slightly.
Yeah. I'd like to be a little bit further back and have my bow out. I don't know if it'll do shit, but you know.
Okay, so I'll give you the illustration. Standing, if you stand further back, you can either stand further back on the lowered section, or you can stand further back on the raised observation platform.
I guess the raised one for me.
Okay, and where
Makes
do you
more
want
sense with the
Lyra?
bow. Lyra can be closer to the circle.
Okay,
Nom.
and Kelariis, you finished drawing the circle. Where do you want to stand?
Why are we pinging the trees?
Honestly,
Just-
pretty
that was an
close
accident.
in because, unsurprisingly, I'm a melee fighter.
Okay.
So, if I need to hit stuff or pull somebody out of danger, I want to be close enough to move quickly.
Welly
How-
buddy.
So how
Why
close
is
is
Jayla
close?
the only one that's not blue?
Because I went with a color that matched my character. Thank you very much.
How close is close? As in, like with the platform as reference.
God. I guess the more inside edge of the circle. Honestly, probably like just outside of the circle that I cast.
Okay.
Yeah. Because I'm assuming that where Elizabeth is where shit would probably kick off first. If shit started kicking off. I think?
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
that's my
So
movement, right.
Zael seems like waiting expectantly for you to start. Elizabeth, you go through the motions, get everything set up, and begin to weave the spell, and give Zael a thumbs up. And he shouts down again, "Alright then, get ready for this, and good luck."
I am so ready.
So,
If I thaumaturgy, I'd shout back.
Here's where nothing happens. No.
you watch Elizabeth as Asterian's Arc, this blue crystal that's suspended just below the arch. The magic begins to flow through the arch and converges in the crystal, and the crystal begins to sort of visibly start to vibrate. And at first it's erratic and jerky, and then it slowly begins to sort of harmonize. And you watch as... Let us kill this music.
Rest in peace, music.
Yeah.
You will be missed.
Do I have a good... Is this good? Okay, yeah, this will do. So, you help to weave the threads of magic to bring this thing into harmony. And as it does so, a small blob of almost like an orb of dark or shadow begins to sort of form above this arch. And I need you I need you to make me a wisdom saving throw.
Okay, is this a magical effect?
It is a magical effect.
Cool.
Okay.
Nice.
So you can feel it sort of like in the back of your mind beginning to sort of almost like prickle or whisper. But you are able to sort of shut it out as you continue to go through the motions of weaving this.
I will, however, turn to the others as this happens and say, alright, we're getting something, be ready.
You continue to weave and go through the motions, and as you as this thing begins to vibrate less and less and almost like start to emit a sort of hum, this circle begins to grow and pulse ever so slightly. And you begin to feel the sensation getting stronger. At this point, you've finished what you need to do. So my question is, how do you want to react to this?
I guess she would take a few steps back.
Okay.
But but she'd probably stay roughly where she is.
Okay.
So probably move at most 5 feet backwards.
Okay, in that case, I will need you and Kelariis to make a wisdom saving throw. Because you're close enough to get the bonus from Kelariis.
Cool.
Is it a frightening effect?
It is not a frightening effect.
Okay. Then that is.
What's Claris's bonus again?
My
Enough.
wisdom?
Well,
I get an extra buff from my protection.
No, I mean the.
Yeah, but you're also giving the protection to Elizabeth. So.
Oh, it's a +3.
Nice.
So
30.
really fucking high is what your roll ended up being.
30.
So you both get this feeling of sort of like an intense, almost like lethargy in your bodies. Kelariis, you've experienced this before. It is similar to the effects that you suffered whilst in the Shadowfell, except concentrated and localized.
Lovely.
The two of you are both able to sort of ignore this feeling, but Elizabeth, there is absolute there is without a shadow of a doubt. The more and more concentrated this becomes, the more intense the lethargy is going to become.
Okay. I mean, does Kelariis look like she's being affected?
Looking at her, no, not really.
Okay. I mean, I guess Elizabeth would just keep maintaining the slow 5 feet backwards.
Okay. Again, the vibrations have become almost imperceptible at this point. This time, I need you to make me both you and Kelariis to make me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Well, that's not gonna be great. Fuck no.
Oh.
That is what that is.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
What's
very
this
bad.
called?
Wow, I can't believe I've got a better con save than Kelariis.
Oh wow, that's 2
Your
8s.
modifier's better.
So,
Oh.
Elizabeth, you can feel like the lethargy is really starting to set in, and like it's almost like your muscles are beginning to hurt. Kelariis, you actually experience physical pain. You take 16 necrotic damage.
Oof.
That's unfortunate. Okay.
How are the two of you reacting to this?
I mean, Clarice presumably looks like she's in pain now, doesn't she?
Yeah.
I mean, it's like gritted teeth sort of thing.
Yeah. Very, very obvious, intense physical discomfort.
Yeah.
I guess, yeah. I mean, seeing this, Elizabeth probably goes back to stand next to Clarice and says, "You okay?"
I'll
Okay.
be fine. We probably should back up more, and I probably kind of say that the last bit out loud, or like way louder. That we should back up more, just because everybody else who is potentially closer should probably also back up a little bit.
So
Yeah.
at the moment, Grim and Lithari, who are both standing inside the magic circle, are like 10 feet back from you and don't seem to be having any suffering any side effects.
Yeah, I'll probably indicate to Elizabeth to move back a bit more quickly, and maybe push back like 15 feet in total. So like not running, obviously, but
Yeah.
Okay.
like the backup in that span of time to kind of, and hopefully Lithari and Grim will also follow suit and move a little bit more. But
So, yeah, why not?
If you all move back 15 feet, you won't all be able to stand in the magic circle because you'll be at the like back end of it. But
Yeah,
That's-
I think
I'm not-
Lithari's just gonna move back to stand in the middle of the magic circle, but not too
Okay.
much further than that.
yeah, I'm fine with standing outside of the circle. Like I'll be fine.
Oh my God, there's plenty of room in the circle.
Yeah.
So at this point, the vibration has completely stopped. The light in the room itself appears to be being suppressed, but is still present. And the sphere has grown to almost like it's floating about 10 feet in the air above the above the platform, so 5 feet above the arch, and it has grown to the size of this platform. It must be like at this point it must be like almost 15 feet in diameter. But it doesn't appear to be growing any further. And at this point, although you can't see him anymore because he's obscured behind the sphere, you hear Zael's voice say, "The field is stable. I'd still suggest staying a distance back from the Ark and whatever that manifestation is. Both of them are giving off very, very high levels of negative energy. But you should be able to attune the fork. Once it's done, let me know and I'll shut off the flow."
Okay. I will.
Elizabeth, it's on you.
Yeah, I will get the
Yep.
fork out and try to attune it to the Shadowfell.
Okay. What is your base arcana?
Plus 11.
Okay, so you don't even need to roll to be able to achieve this.
Nice.
So for roughly 1 minute, you tap the fork against something metal and let it synchronize with the ambient like room that you're in, before like sliding it back into its pouch and storing it back in your wherever you store your spell components.
She's probably got a variety of pockets and pouches, like on belts and straps.
Mhm.
On the outside of her robe and whatnot.
Okay. How are you letting Zael know?
That's a good question.
Well,
You know,
assume
presumably you can just call out to him, right? Yeah.
Real loud though.
I mean, yeah, I guess, yeah, first thought is to just shout,
Okay.
"Okay, done." As loud as I can.
Oh,
Nothing happens.
Okay. I will cast sending.
Okay.
I was about to
I'll
say.
cast sending and say, "We're done, shut it off."
you hear the raised voice coming back. All right, I'm cutting power to the arc. 3, 2, 1.
Is it off?
You can't tell.
God damn it.
Wait, is it stopping?
Doesn't seem to be.
Hmm.
Has Zael said anything else, or?
I mean,
Not
yeah, I
not for the
guess-
moment, but it's only been like a couple of seconds.
I mean,
Right,
yeah,
right.
Elizabeth would like just wait. I mean, honestly, she'd probably turn to Kelariis and just say, like, "So is that what it was like when you went in to the Shadowfell?"
The feeling? Yeah, sort of like that. It only gets
That's-
worse the longer you stay there as well, so.
I admire your tenacity for staying in there longer than a day.
That's strange. I've started putting energy into the Ark's network, but it's still drawing power from somewhere.
Mm.
It appears. Uh-oh.
God, you know it's always a
Um,
great sign when somebody says, "Uh-oh."
So the manifestation's reached a large enough mass that it's formed a self-sustaining loop with the Ark. It's generating an entropic field within the chamber. You're going to have to perform a manual shutdown, and by that I mean you probably want to draw your weapons.
Oh, please, my sword was already
Yeah,
out.
Lithari.
I mean, yeah,
Like,
Lithari- Yeah,
what
Lithari's
does
sword
he
is drawn, but she puts on her mask.
What
Okay.
does he mean, manual shutdown?
We gotta destroy it, probably.
Right
Uh,
now.
There and- Or get
so, as you all draw weapons, 2 wisps emerge from the orb and just arc down towards the chamber in front of you, and as they do so, they almost like explode upwards into a column as they hit the ground, and 2 spectral figures appear in the room.
Spooky.
And I'm going to need everybody to roll initiative.
Awesome.
There we
Okay.
go.
Every time I see Lyra's token, I forget how big she is.
She's so big!
Yep.
Never
She's a
small.
She's a big girl.
Lithari!
Why does this always happen?
Y'all!
Guys, we cannot be fucking doing this!
Well, we're letting them get out first before we attack them,
Oh
Yeah.
my god!
ignoring the fact that they're already like kind of
Wow,
close.
we fucking rolled garbage.
I mean, I rolled exactly average, so
Like if we've got to roll a 1 anywhere, initiative is fine.
Is it?
I mean, considering those things...
Yeah.
Mm.
I'd rather roll a natural 1 on initiative than a natural 1 on, say, you know, an Arcana check to shut this ritual down. Or shut this experiment down. You know?
Well, we all know what's going to happen next.
Okay. So, the spectral forms rush up to the barrier of the magic circle. Those of you who went to the Shadowfell, you recognize these formations. You encountered one on the bridge in Molnar Pass. These are wraiths. And they are going to attack you at disadvantage thanks to the magic circle.
Yay.
Grim, a 10 to hit, and Kelariis, a 14 to hit.
No.
Then nothing happens. Elizabeth, react.
Elizabeth's gonna take 2 steps forward. Not 2, that's not 2 steps, but you know what I mean.
Mhm.
And then... so... Assuming by... I don't know, what does he mean by manual shutdown?
Ask him.
I mean, yeah, I guess I guess I would cast sending again to say
Okay, so your action is spent to cast sending.
yeah, and I would just say like, please elaborate on what you mean with manual shutdown.
He responds with, you're going to have to find a way to detach that thing from the arc. Whatever you do, try to avoid touching it directly. It's still supercharged with negative energy. There's no telling what could happen if you make direct contact.
Okay. So I've just got to knock the crystal out of it. Is the crystal actually like a part of this big orb then, or?
The crystal is not a part of the big orb, no. The crystal is still in its harness underneath the arc.
Okay. Because I now need to look and see.
I also point out, the moment you step into the forward half of the circle, you feel the wave of lethargy wash over you again.
Okay. So yeah, I guess... Oh, my action was sending. I don't have any good bonus actions. So, I mean, I guess I'd pass on Zael's message and say we've got to knock the crystal away.
Okay. And
Because
that
I don't
is the end of your turn, I guess.
And I'm going to look through my spell list to see if I've got anything useful.
Okay. At the end of Elizabeth's turn, the Shadow Locust is going to use a legendary action.
Okay, cool.
I need everybody within 120 feet to make me a Constitution saving throw.
120 feet.
Just say everyone. It's fine.
Yeah, I was like,
Yeah.
Let me just check. Okay. Yeah.
Is this a magical effect?
It is a magical effect, yes.
Ooh,
you know what though? Everybody in the circle with me gets a +3.
Oh, that's cool because I'm not this. Oh, Graham! Oh!
It's 2 in a row.
Hey.
Oh, fuck!
Nice.
Dichotomy.
It's still a 12, I guess.
Oh my god.
Okay, so Arya, Grim, and Lithari gain one
Wait,
level of
mine-
exhaustion.
Mine's an 18. Does that still fail?
It still
With
fails.
the +3?
Holy
What?
shit.
Well,
Alright, we should make this fast.
So yeah, you all hear this arcane whispering that sort of begins in the back of your mind, and almost seems to sap your very will to live.
Damn. That's sinister.
Arya, it is now your turn.
Great. Cool. Okay.
Cool.
Cool. I'm gonna cast flame arrows, my bow,
Okay.
It's
and
just
then
not
Lyra
blue.
is going to move here. That's flanking, right?
Yes.
And attempt to bite. Wait, we determined it was magical damage, right?
Yeah, because of your because your spirit ranger or whatever it is,
Yeah.
it counts as magical.
Okay,
Lyra
great.
does magical gnomes.
Okay, yeah, that's a hit against a wraith. Is it immune to being prone? It is, unfortunately.
Damn. Oh well.
Figured as much.
Okay, that's all.
Okay, the locust. The locust will drift slowly forwards.
Oh no.
Oh god, it moves.
Oh, that's
It
horrifying. I
moves!
hate
didn't know
that.
was a-
And it will use one of its abilities to create another spectre.
Oh.
well,
Takes.
Okay, so it can just spawn these. That's nice.
So we need to get rid of the thing, huh?
Lithari, you are starting your turn within the aura of entropy emitting from the Shadow Locust. So you... Oh, there's no save on this now. It is just straight damage.
That's okay. I can take damage.
You take 13 necrotic damage.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. Also, yeah, hang on. I need to add my ward to my token.
Okay. I am going to.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Oh wait, Kelariis didn't get added to the initiative order.
What?
What?
I clicked my token.
Yeah, you should be at initiative 10, but you're not in it for
Oh,
some
for
reason.
fuck's sake.
F.
Oh, well.
Oh, you can take your turn after.
Yeah, I'll do it after Lithari, it's fine.
Does this thing look like it has any sort of physical form to it that I could, hit?
I mean it definitely seems to be tangible.
Okay. Then in that case. Hmm. Oh boy. No, actually, in that case, I am just going to try and take care of some of these dudes. So I'm going to. Oh, whoa. Why is that? Why is whenever I click and drag, it's moving me around the map?
Did you shift right click or right click or something? There's a weird thing that does that. I think
Oh.
it's shift right click or something.
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah.
try
Yeah.
pressing shift again.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that works. I am going to. Yeah, I'm gonna move over here, so I'm flanking that guy. And we'll make 3 attacks.
Okay.
2 sword and 1 punch.
Okay.
Uh,
Punches.
Are your unarmed strikes magical?
Yes.
Okay.
Monks.
Magical.
They punch magic.
Oh wait, hold on, my thing got messed up. Wants to use strength, which is not what I'm doing. All right.
It's fun to punch magic.
Why is it doing that? Hold on.
Do you need to refresh your roll 20? It sounds like you're having
Maybe.
issues.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We're
sometimes roll
yeah.
20 is dumb.
We are experiencing technical difficulties.
Yeah, every time I change it, it's resetting itself for some reason. Okay.
I've just changed it for you, and it should now work.
Okay. Okay, yeah, there we go.
Oh yeah, there you go.
alright.
Okay. Cool. That is a hit.
Nice.
And a crit.
Uh,
Very nice.
oh, I should have been rolling with advantage.
I'll roll the first one again because you can't roll better than the second one. So
Okay, yeah.
okay. Still a hit.
Yeah.
Oh,
What?
that was me accidentally clicking on the wrong thing.
Okay, so that's 20 plus 11 fire. And 15. Okay.
And punch.
Hit.
Oh.
Oh, wait, yeah, roll that
advantage.
again, because advantage.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yep, good point.
You can change it. Well,
Yeah, I
Yep,
keep
still
forgetting.
still a hit.
Yeah, 13
yeah.
damage.
So you lay into the back of this this wraith. It doesn't seem to show any physical signs of pain, but every strike on it knocks a portion of its shadowy essence from its form, and this thing is like basically in tatters already.
Can I flurry of blows?
You can.
Yeah, fuck it up, Lithari.
Yeah, fucking go.
Mess it up.
Go ham.
God, what is happening with my roll 20?
I do not know.
Now the music stopped playing.
oh, that's
Oh,
me
no.
too.
I can fix
Like-
that.
Like the music, that's common.
Yeah, I was like, the music thing happens every so
Yeah.
often.
Yeah, the music is because it's handled by a third party extension. So cool.
18?
That's a hit.
Alright.
Okay, with your last strike, the remainder of the wraith's essence burns away.
God damn, Lithari.
Nice.
Like you rolled basically max on all your punch damage.
Yeah. I mean, I did roll max on my punch damage, and I
yeah.
got a crit, so...
And it
Okay,
only
so-
just killed it. That's the
Lithari carves one wraith into ashen fragments. Grim, you take.
Can I not have my turn skipped?
Oh, sorry. Yes.
No,
so
Grim can go first. Like, that's totally fine. At this
Well-
point, we're all in the same range of
like,
things.
Yeah.
well, it doesn't really matter. Like we just take your turn now, and then we'll know.
well, actually, it does matter because the thing has legendary actions. So technically, this is Kelariis first. Kelariis, this is your damage. 7
Actually,
necrotic.
Kelariis wouldn't have started her turn because it moved after her turn would have started. So she would have been
Well,
outside the radius.
It got lucky. Sometimes we get lucky. This time it got lucky.
It's we're not gonna. I won't make it more complicated. I'll take the 7. It's fine.
Okay.
So sorry. It looks like we can definitely hit this thing, right?
Oh
Or
yes,
as
yeah.
far as we can tell.
Well,
Okay.
it looks as ethereal as the wraiths, but yeah, presumably if you have magic weapons, you can harm it.
Probably. Okay. I'm gonna do something really stupid. But did you say don't do it or do it?
Do it.
Oh, I was gonna do it. Don't worry. I'm gonna go run up and take some swings at that.
I got the abjuration to back you up.
Yeah, well, you know. I'm sure that this won't end terribly for the bad aura that it puts off, nor the fact that it can probably just smack me. But you know, it'll be fine. Anyways, I'm just gonna run up and swing at it, maybe. I'm going to. You know what? Yeah, I'll also use my vow of enmity because
Okay.
really there's no reason not to. So let's just swing really hard at it, maybe, hopefully. I'll just roll
Hit.
both of them.
Hit.
Ugh. Okay, well that's nice to know they both hit at least. Both pretty awful rolls. I'm gonna smite on both of those.
It's a giant black orb. Hitting it is kind of
Not
not really
hard.
an issue.
Yeah, you know what? That's fair. I will smite on one of those.
Okay, so that's 12 slashing and 10 slashing. Go ahead and do your smite.
Okay. It's 2, 3, 4. Do I get an extra smite on this thing?
You do. It is technically undead.
Okay, so that's 5 and I'm doing a 3rd level smite, so it's a 5d8 in total. Go.
Okay.
Oh damn, that's a good smite.
It's not half bad for a smite.
That's a big
So how much
smite.
radiant damage is that total?
30, 40.
It's 40
Yeah.
radiant. Okay.
Yeah.
So you watch as every piece, like every time you strike this with radiant light, the light shimmers through this thing, and it almost seems to like begin to vaporize at the edges whenever you hit it.
Oh
Yeah.
snap.
Nice. I was hoping that would be the case, considering a lot of the things that we encountered in the Shadowfell last time had similar aversions to radiant damage.
Weaknesses.
Grim, you're up. You take. Oh wait, hang on. Actually, before that happens, it's going to use one of its legendary actions at the end of Kelariis' turn, and it will target Kelariis, I think, because you've just attacked it with radiant damage, and it will use Touch of Corruption. That's a 21 to hit.
Yeah, unfortunately that does hit me.
You take 13 necrotic damage as a tendril sort of shoots out from it, and you feel it begin to as it touches you, it creates a burning effect that you've come to know with necrotic negative energy.
I will block it.
You're going to block it, okay?
I'm going to block it.
You
Do
extend
not
the
take 13
ward.
damage.
Okay, thank you.
Then it's Grim's turn. Grim, you take
Do not
10
get hit.
necrotic damage.
Do not take
It's
13 damage.
and your turn starts.
So I take 10. Take the 10. There we go. I guess I might as well deal with the one in front of my nose first. Let's light up the sword
Okay.
and start swinging away.
Grim holds up the sword and just whoosh.
Oh, I forgot I have advantage, but it's fine. Just roll a second time.
That's a hit.
Nice.
Okay. Nice.
No advantage.
What? Yeah, well, that's why I rolled twice.
No, yeah, exactly. I'm saying calculate for the next ones.
Oh no, I've toggled it now.
Cool.
I guess I get more strikes, so let's
Hit.
strike more. And the last one.
Hit.
Nice. Yeah.
Okay. Grim carves
too bad.
through another spectre. Swing, swing, swing.
Nice.
And I kind of want to just let Arya do her thing, so I'll tie this one up.
Okay. At the end of Grim's turn, the Locust will use another legendary action, and Elizabeth, a bolt of oily white light shoots out at you as it fires its ray of entropy. Even with disadvantage, that's a 25 to hit.
Oh.
Good
Yeah,
God.
that hits.
23 cold damage.
Ow. I've got no more ward.
Well, time to cast some abjuration spells.
Yep. I need to cast some abjuration spells.
So the newly formed wraith that was looking to drift its way towards Arya now turns its attention towards Grim.
It's a shame there's no spells to
A 20 to hit.
That's a miss.
A miss. Okay.
Yep.
Ow.
Yes.
I'm up to 21.
Jesus.
Yes, Grim.
Nice.
Woohoo!
The investment has paid off.
Elizabeth.
I could hear the disappointment.
Cool.
It's like, what?
I
Oh.
am going to cast a big ol' spell. Yeah, I'm going to cast Whirlwind.
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 Centered there. So it's 10-foot radius sphere.
Okay.
No. 10-foot radius, 30-foot high cylinder. And I'm hoping that not only will it do damage to this big blob, but also the strong winds will do something to this crystal.
Okay. So what is the effect of whirlwind?
I'll just roll it.
Please.
But yeah, dex save or take damage plus all of these things about certain creatures getting brought up in it and thrown about.
Creature half as much. Okay, so it's a dexterity saving throw.
So it's 5 feet too small in its radius, but
Yeah.
Or well, 2.5 feet radius, but one tile off.
So the actually the
10-foot radius.
the thing should be bigger as well then.
Yeah, the magic circle should be bigger. That's not a 10-foot
Oh,
radius.
yeah.
It's fine.
That's fine.
There we go.
It hasn't.
Nice.
Yeah, it wouldn't have made a difference anyway. So.
Cool. So the locust must make a dexterity saving throw. Oh boy, -3.
Nice.
Woof.
uh,
Fuck you.
that is magical bludgeoning.
Yes.
It is not large or smaller. So it just takes 33 from magical bludgeoning.
Does anything happen to the crystal?
So unfortunately, the crystal is an object that is considered secured,
Ah,
so it does not.
damn. It's worth a shot. Even then, I can move that around, so
Yep.
we've got a whirlwind on our side.
Yeah.
Unless you want to do anything else, Elizabeth, it is Kelariis.
I don't have any bonus actions.
So you're just going to sit
Okay.
inside the ward, or inside the circle. That's good.
Yes.
I will continue to hit this big old thing. Hopefully.
A magic circle isn't concentration, is it?
It is not. Wait,
is not.
let me double check. But I'm pretty sure it's not because I was very excited when I realized
Yeah, no concentration. That's fine.
it lasts for an hour. Oh, right, because it lasts for an hour, which is why I was like,
Yeah.
do we need more than an hour, guys?
Meanwhile, whirlwind is, so I will mark that I'm concentrating.
Cool.
Right.
Oh, and technically
This makes
Arya is
sense.
concentrating as well.
Yeah, I'm technically concentrating too.
Fire.
I'm just concentrating on the fight.
Also,
Luckily, everyone's doing their jobs and keeping them off me.
That's good.
That's 2 hits.
Oh, you can
Um,
handle them.
2 hits, and I will do. I'll do one more smite. 1 level lower, so 2nd level.
Okay.
Because that is apparently a really bad
Oof.
smite roll, but still smite.
Yep.
Still radiant damage.
Yeah, you continue to just blast into the locust.
Yeah.
Arya.
Alright, I'm gonna shoot.
Lyra takes some damage from being in the aura.
Oh.
Oh no.
7 necrotic damage.
Okay, I'm gonna shoot the locust with my fire arrow.
Also, I hate to be that person, but did Kelariis take damage?
Oh, I didn't. No.
Oh,
You're
yeah,
right.
not,
Oh,
not
yes.
this.
15.
15.
I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. I'm fine. Don't worry.
It's the way it
Is that a
should
hit,
be.
Rob?
That is a hit, yes.
lesser attacks have hit.
Okay.
And then Lyra's gonna move here, and Nom.
None with advantage.
Flanking with Grim. Hit.
Oh,
Nice.
I was gonna say if it doesn't hit at 28, we have problems.
Oh no. It's
Okay.
fortunately fairly
And-
generous.
Locust's turn. The Locust will target Kelariis. I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw, please.
All right. Yeah, sure. Whoops. Toggle this. Ah, bad.
Okay, you take 26 necrotic damage.
Okay. I will
As
fine.
the similar oily white light, lashes out at you, but this time it seems to pull something from your essence to feed itself.
Oh.
Ugh.
That's
It gains hit points.
Creepy.
lovely. All right.
Lithari.
Lithari is going to run over here, look at Kelariis, and kind of just say, mind if we double team it, or mind if we take this thing down together?
Of course.
and then like steps with her back against Kelariis' back and kind of just like hooks her foot around her ankle and just like forcefully moves Kelariis into where she was standing. I'm gonna bait and switch.
Okay.
What?
We basically swap places.
Okay.
Yep.
Alright. I mean, all you can do that.
And you get
That is one of the advanced maneuvers that Lithari learned.
and you get +7 to your AC
Jeez.
Wow.
I'm assuming until the end of this turn?
to the start of my next turn.
Oh, shit, okay.
And because that's not an action or bonus action or anything, I'm going to continue my movement around here.
Yeah, that is
and-
quite literally movement.
mhm. And I'm going to attack this thing.
You have advantage.
The mental image of Lithari forcibly moving Kelariis, like, Kelariis is obviously like
Yeah.
not resisting when she realizes what is happening, but still like the
Yeah.
amount of
It's
Well,
more
so
like I
that-
think she maneuvers her legs around Kelariis' legs in a way to knock her out of balance, balance, just kind of like
Yeah. Exactly. Like it's probably very easy to move Kelariis if you know the right way to do it.
yeah.
mhm.
That is a
But
hit,
no,
by the way.
like, I am thoroughly just impressed and very.
Yeah.
Okay, and I am alright, so that's that. And I'm gonna make that a goading attack.
Okay.
Or a distracting strike rather.
Oops.
Or no, a goading attack.
I like how you just consistently deal 13 damage with all your attacks.
So that's a wisdom save, right?
Yeah, I have it here.
Wow. Okay. Even with a +9 to its wisdom saving throw, it failed.
Yeah, good.
Nice.
And then for my next trick, for my next attack, I am going to shout across to Kelariis. I think I've got its attention. I use Commander Strike to
Oh.
let Kelariis attack.
Alright.
God, what is it with everyone just making Kelariis hit things?
it's the age-old tradition of people with the Battlemaster
God.
stuff.
Yeah, if only that
Yeah.
didn't take up Kelariis' reaction, because the Grim could then tell her to attack as well.
That's
Which would
okay.
give Kelariis 4 attacks.
Yeah, that would be
Go.
overpowered.
That would be overpowered.
You know.
That is a
No,
hit.
Just have the entire party get like the tactical feat.
Right?
Or just
and
order
he-
Kelariis to attack.
You do get an extra D8 to that.
Okay. Do you want to roll it then?
Sure.
Because it is your die.
God. Could you imagine how stupid it'd be?
Hell yeah.
Nice. Could you imagine how stupid it'd be that like all of us within 6 seconds telling Kelariis to make an attack?
It'd be incredibly stupid and very broken.
Yeah.
You do have to use your reaction to do it. I should have
Yeah,
mentioned
exactly.
that.
Well, yeah,
so-
Yeah.
no, it's fine.
That's
Yeah.
what. Yeah, we know that, and that's what we're talking about. Imagine if you didn't need that.
Is that you done?
I can still punch. So...
It also takes up your bonus action.
Oh, right. Okay. Then in that case,
Then you can punch.
I am done. Yes.
Okay, at the end of Lithari's turn, the Locust is going to whisper into the void again. Everyone, Constitution saving throw, please.
Oh boy.
Well,
Well, that's better than last time.
Fucking hell.
that's
Okay,
interesting.
everyone except Grim and Kelariis, a level of exhaustion.
Yikes.
Arya now has 2, by the way.
Yeah, same.
that's bad when bad stuff starts to happen.
So
Wait,
that's half
said-
movement, right?
Yeah, you said everyone
You
except
said-
Grim and Kelariis.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think you meant
Oh,
Elizabeth, right?
Yeah, everyone except
Yeah.
Grim and Elizabeth,
Okay.
sorry.
I
Just
was
making
wondering how
sure.
I failed with a 24.
Nope, that's a go. That's a go.
Yeah.
Alright.
So
we
yeah,
have rolled so many ones.
you guys
Me
are on
and
half
Grim-
movement.
Me and Grim sitting there in the squad of just resisted advantage on saves against magic.
Not against Constitution, only
Only against Dex for Grim.
Oh yeah, fair.
No, only against all the mental stats.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh yes. Oh yeah, and you
Oh,
have
no.
protection from the shield as
Yeah,
well.
like, it's complicated.
Grim,
That's
it is your
just a
turn.
nutshell.
Oh, good. Well, I feel like I am. And I guess I still have that thing in front of my nose. So, swing that at that thing first. Hopefully, it will go down. Advantage. Where is it? There we go. Feels weird
Okay.
not using my
Hit.
my Morning Star anymore. Actually, I should.
Nice.
Very nice.
Yo, is that enough?
How much is that? That is 18 plus 36. It is not quite.
Oh, well, in that case, I have one more.
Okay. Also a hit.
There we go.
Something funky's happening with my roll 20. Everything's frozen.
Oh my god.
I
what's
think
happening?
roll 20 is just having a moment today.
Yeah.
It's like
Unfortunately, the wraith is still up.
oh my
Oh,
god.
it is. Oh,
Interestingly, I can move my scroll bar, but it's actually do anything.
do I? Wait, I just need to check what this actually says exactly. Well, I guess I guess that works. I still have my bonus action, so. Should I throw it at? I feel like it would be more appropriate to throw it at the swarm. If it was within my range. Yes, it was in range. So, here's my dart.
Okay.
Nice.
That's your
Shouldn't that
new
hit?
snipe. That does hit, yes.
Woohoo. And that makes it.
That's regular piercing damage, right?
Oh yeah, that is still non-magical.
It passes straight through the locus and does nothing.
Well, that's unfortunate.
F.
Hmm. Well,
It's
That's
a
good to
thing we
know.
have magic.
yeah, that tracks.
I'm gonna need a magic dagger pouch, or dart pouch, not dagger. That's pretty
Our
much
next
it.
investment.
Cool. The wraith is going to attempt to swing at you. Wow. 10.
Yeah. I'm good.
I'm good.
Elizabeth.
Okay, so I can't see anything because my roll 20 is in the middle of refreshing very slowly. But I know what I want to do. Well, I want stuff to happen.
Okay.
I want the whirlwind 5 feet to the left
Okay.
because that's as far as I can go without getting you guys in it. And hang on.
So that will deal its damage again to the locus.
Yes. Which I obviously can't roll yet.
What is the damage of it, do you know?
believe it's-
10d6.
Yeah, I
10d6.
believe
I
that's
can roll
right.
it for you.
Oh, thank you.
10d6. 43. Okay, so you watch as the locus is torn asunder by the whirlwind.
Oh, nice.
Yay.
Nice.
See, that makes what I wanted to do even easier.
Oh, sorry, you should have taken before it started. 13 necrotic damage, and actually,
Oh,
that. So, Lithari, Kelariis, and Grim should also have taken. Lithari,
Wait, am I not
13.
am I not out of range?
You are not. Kelariis, 16,
Ah.
and Grim, 10.
Okay.
Not Lyra.
And Lyra as well. 13.
It's okay, guys. I'm opening planar transport.
Appropriate.
Yeah, thanks roll 20 for the very appropriate loading screen message.
So yeah, the moment that happens, you feel the oppressive darkness dissipate.
Fantastic.
And yeah, all you are left with is a shadowy wraith, which is currently in combat with Grim.
Grim will manage.
Yeah, just grab the crystal.
What does Elizabeth want to do? Victoria.
Hello.
What does Elizabeth want to do with the rest of her turn?
Yeah. So yeah, with the thing out of the way, it's much easier because I can just stop concentrating on the whirlwind.
Okay.
And I wanted to go up to the crystal and try and smack it loose with my
5,
stick.
10, 15,
Wait,
Oh,
be
my
careful
stick,
with
30.
it.
Yeah, be really careful.
Okay, so you're going to
Using
try
the
and
stick.
knock it out of the thing with your magic staff.
Yes.
Okie dokie.
I feel like doing that with a magic staff is a bad idea.
Well, it's better than using my dagger.
So
Well,
And I don't.
Somebody with
I'm
reach.
like I don't even know what else to do.
you take 37 necrotic damage,
Ooh.
Oh, okay.
but the crystal is dislodged
Nice.
and goes spinning away across the metal, just ting ting ting. Oops.
Oh, I can see things again.
Okay. Kelariis, it is your turn.
Hi. So the last wraith is the only thing in this room.
Correct.
Well, I mean, I guess I'm gonna go over there and hit it because I'm not just like not gonna hit it. I think I can make it there.
Are you exhausted?
No, 1 level, but not movement
sweet,
yet.
nice.
So I'm just gonna go smack it, maybe, hopefully. We're gonna toggle advantage.
Just realized that Lyra's probably as tall as Kelariis. At this
Yes.
point, if not
Hell
taller.
yeah! Fuck it up.
Cool. Yeah, you banish the wraith.
Cool.
No problem at all.
Yay!
And with
Sorry,
that,
Grim.
Oh, it's
we are out of combat.
Elizabeth probably just turns to the party and goes, "Okay, that wasn't indirect enough."
No. Are you okay?
Yeah.
Is
Yeah, I'm
everybody
fine,
else
I just-
okay?
I'll manage. A little exhausted.
Hmm.
Like when it really brings the life out of you.
So Zael sort of shouts down from the booth up above and sort of says, "Well, readings are coming back down to what they should be."
Well,
Elizabeth, can you ask him if he's doing all right up there? I don't know if he can hear us.
I mean, I'd probably just. You should probably try and wordlessly communicate it by pointing to Zael, doing a thumbs up, and tilting her head to one side. Yeah, in like
Beautiful.
confused head tilting.
Yeah.
And thumbs up, as if like.
Insight check. There we go. Yeah, he sort of looks down and says, "Yeah, I'm fine. I'll open the doors." And you hear him you sort of see him disappear. He comes round and he opens the doors.
Lovely.
Pushes the doors open. So it says, well, okay. Well, that has to be one of the predictions I'm really, really upset that I missed.
What, the weird orb?
I
nothing's
knew
self-sustaining.
manifestations of that nature were possible, but for it to become self-sustaining and then begin to look for more energy sources was something I had not considered.
Well,
It's hard to predict everything.
I guess the one thing I'd recommend is a mechanism to safely remove the crystal.
That is
remotely?
definitely going on my list.
yeah. But hey, if unexplored magic is anything, it's unpredictable. I mean, look, we have pushed the boundaries here,
We
Oh.
certainly have.
and hey, now you've learned an important lesson for next time.
Oh.
As is the whole point of, pushing the limits of magic.
On that note, as the subject of my tenure is on the line, I would really appreciate it if we maybe didn't tell anyone about the giant orb.
No, I think that's better left
Yeah.
unsaid.
Sure.
Well, see, as long as you're like, you need to keep in mind that if you leave that out, and somebody else decides to replicate your experiment,
I'm
that
just
might
going to
be-
put unsafe side effects.
well, I guess
Yeah.
that's fair enough.
That's I mean, that's what I call it.
At least on the positive side, you got what you needed.
Well, let's
Yeah,
hope-
can I get the fork out and examine it?
It doesn't look any different to the way it did, other than the metal now seems slightly duller.
So, like, did it properly attune? Do I reckon I could use it?
You can't tell by like just mundane observation, but
Ah, okay,
as you arcanely attuned it, yes, it did work.
nice.
I just realized that I don't know why I didn't think of this before.
Mm.
Why, like, we didn't even offer the university if they wanted a attuned rod. Like,
I mean, nothing's stopping us from doing that when we're over there next. Like, if they really want one.
Yeah, I mean,
no, well, like, I just realized that we never even considered it, like, to pique their interest slightly more.
Mm.
If their opinion of my research is anything to go by, I don't think they have any interest.
no, I don't think they don't sound very interested in the Shadowfell, to be honest.
In the Academy's opinion, planar travel is useful but dangerous, and travelling to the negative energy planes in any circumstance is foolhardy and pointless. I
Well-
disagree, as you can tell, but that is the university's opinion, and there is very little that I have been able to do to change that.
I have one simple argument for it, but I guess can't. Well, I'm not in no position to change their mind because this would be because to be honest, this threat that we're dealing with would eventually affect them as well. But like they would have no means of actually dealing with it without any form of travel. Like I feel like they should see it as an investment in the future for their own protection.
If I'm being honest, present company accepted, perhaps, in my experience, the elves don't really care all that much for external threats whilst they're outside the borders of the forest. And the moment they come inside, they'll turn their attention to it with as much resource as they can muster, but before then, they have no interest.
Well,
The initial threat in the Shadowfell was also within their borders.
And as I recall, the moment it went outside, their willingness to help was significantly diminished.
yes. Well, let's
Such
go
long
ahead and-
lives and such little planning. Oh well.
Dang.
Well, yeah. Regardless, let's go and report a successful experiment because I would consider that a success.
It heartens me to hear you say that.
Well, I mean, come on. Like, if you think about it, essentially what we did was briefly transport the plane to ours.
Wait, no.
Doing that for any non-negatively aspected plane could be significantly safer and potentially extremely useful to research on those planes.
So yeah, as a correction, you didn't transport the plane, you simply simulated it. You created the same arcane conditions as was on
Yeah.
the plane.
Well, that's why she said essentially.
Well,
She's being like
there's a
layman's
key
terms.
difference.
Zael sort of said,
she's like dumbing it down to layman's
Yeah.
terms.
Zael nods and sort of says, yes, the potential for application is certainly something interesting, and I'm going to have a lot of theory writing before I step back into this chamber again, I think, but job well done on all parts, I believe.
I mean, I certainly know which plane I'd want to experiment with next,
Oh,
but that's very much me and personal bias.
he sort of like looks you up and down and says, "Ah, I think I can guess."
Yeah, she just looks at the fact that we're underground in a cell and there's still wind blowing through her hair and robes. It's like,
Yeah.
I wonder
Definitely fire to match her attitude.
Hey,
Ha! Dang.
what exactly do you mean by that?
Don't worry about it.
Zael sort of like looks down at himself and sort of says, I think I'll leave mine well enough alone. Being a tiefling.
Yeah.
Well-
Maybe unless you find even more adequate security.
Well, if we ever are in need, I have. Don't get me wrong. I have no plans of traveling to any of those. Abyss and the Nine Hells, all that stuff. But fate isn't kind to us, unfortunately. But we'll be sure to look you up if it ever happens. If you would be interested. But that's a problem for another time. Hopefully for never.
I'm starting to feel like I've got myself into something.
Oh, don't worry, you have. But you can always. Well, for now, you can always back out.
Oh, goody.
Well, I'll give you something to look forward to, Zael. Once this is over, we might, and we potentially get a little bit of free time. I'll see about getting early drafts on all of these books I've recovered to you. See what you think.
That sounds a lot more promising.
Oh, I think you can do one better. Like the orb, because we just don't have the means to identify or analyze the orb or the recording orb.
Yeah, that crystal. I mean,
Or the
yeah, we could
crystal?
make a donation. We could donate it to the Academy.
Well, like even if you don't want to donate it, we could always just. I'm sure they would be willing to assist in some research if they get knowledge out of it.
Well, yeah, true.
But that's up to you.
I think if you came here with that as a research proposition, I can think of no less than 12 people who would jump at the chance.
Hell, maybe that's what I should. Well, considering that we're probably not going to be setting forth on our journey today, I'm now debating what I should do with the rest of the day.
Well,
But I think first things first, let's actually go and tell everyone that it's fine and that there's not going to be creatures from the Shadowfell pouring into the Academy.
I think people will appreciate that. Okay.
hopefully after this is done, we'll have some free time. Although, not for long, probably.
Okay. With that, you head upstairs, tuning fork securely packed away. And I think that sounds like a good end to our session.
Yes.
Hmm.
Well, that was interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All the things I was expecting. Not that.
Indeed.
And lesson learned. Just because you're not touching the thing directly doesn't necessarily mean it's not going to mess you up.
Yeah.
Uh,
See, the other thing is that I saw like the red border around the orb, and I was like, that looks like a token, but it's probably something that we can just like smack a bunch to like destroy it or whatever, and then stop this
And then
thing from
it moved.
happening. And then it moved, and I was like, oh no.
Yep.
yeah.
So, I'm guessing as well that the Radiant did double damage.
It did, yes. It was vulnerable to
Oh,
radiant
wow.
damage.
80 damage. Well done, Kelariis.
It's one of the few things I can do real good. It's really hard with radiant damage.
Yep.
If you want radiant, we've got it in spades.
Well, you
Yeah.
did good persuading today with Arya.
Yeah,
You did.
I was really nervous about that.
Yeah, same.
understandable.
Yeah, it's a good thing you burned the locust down as quickly as you did, because its aura as well prevented you from healing,
Lovely.
Ah.
Huh.
which never came up. But
Yeah.
Yeah. This is the thing, is that like the whole bait and switch thing was more to put me in a flanking position for Kelariis than the other way around.
Yeah, I was just like, the thing is when I saw you moving, I was like, oh, I'm gonna move around on the next turn, but then you did that, and I was like, no, problem solved, we're good.
yep,
Also,
Oh.
like, hell yeah, my whirlwinds.
yes,
Yeah.
Hell yeah, whirlwind.
That's a good
Mhm.
first use of whirlwind.
it was.
Yeah,
I'm
very
looking forward to actually being able to use it against a variety of medium creatures, which I can therefore fling about. That's going to be a
Yeah,
lot of fun.
whirlwind is really good.
Yeah, it didn't quite show its full potential against this creature, but still
No.
a whopping
Well-
chunk of damage.
Yeah, I was also hoping that if it summoned more wraiths, chuck them about.
Yeah, that whirlwind did 70 damage.
Yeah, exactly.
What,
Yeah.
was it 70 damage?
More
Uh,
than seven.
yes.
No,
76 total.
yeah, 76.
Yeah.
I have a nice and convenient lead.
You do. Yes. So, with that, I think that leaves all it leaves is for us to say thank you all for watching, thank you all for playing, and see you all next time.
Bye.
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 Bye.